Hi guys, Mr. K here again. Today we're going to do the next drawing for our insect unit, and this one is going to be on the grasshopper. And so I found a really neat book about grasshoppers, and I loved this picture of this grasshopper on the front. Look at all the different parts. Look at the head, the thorax, and the abdomen, and you see these wings here. Now look at these large back legs. They go up from the thorax, over the abdomen, and then back down. They have a big, powerful part here, and then a thinner part here. Here's the little middle legs, and here's the front legs. They kind of go forward. Big antennas, shiny eyes, and then you'll notice, we'll talk more about this outer shell. Insects have their skeleton on the outside of their body. It's called an exoskeleton, meaning a skeleton on the outside. That's why they are hard and crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. We're the opposite. We are soft on the outside and we have hard bones, crunchy on the inside. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with our paper horizontal, like we normally do there. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start with that shape of the thorax. And so we're gonna start up here and just kind of maybe have it go up just a little bit, a line going up a little bit. And then we're gonna have it kind of go down, kind of straight down like that. And then down just a little bit this way. And then we're gonna have it go back up. It's gonna go up like this, like that. That's the thorax right there. Now we're gonna use our color crayons to do some colorful designs on this grasshopper when we're done with the drawing. Now we need to start with we're gonna do the head part here. So the head's gonna come out of here. And we're just gonna do a quick little kind of a flat look like that. And then it's gonna go straight down like that. A little further than we went with the thorax. And then it's gonna curve back up. It's gonna curve back up like that. That's gonna be the head. Now, we need to make an oval right there for one of the eyes. And like we normally do with these eyes, I'm gonna give it some reflective light. So I'm gonna make another circle like that. And I'm gonna then color in black for the rest of the eye because I want it to look really reflective, really shiny. Good. Now, I'm gonna give this guy too, I need to do the powerful jaws that are gonna be down here at the bottom. So I'm gonna give it like a powerful jaw right at the base, right there. And the grasshopper has different types of variations on its exoskeleton, but I need to put on its antennas. It is going to have some large, really long antennas. So I'm gonna put one there, going up like that. And I'm gonna put the other one going straight up. That's how they have it in the photo. Now it's gonna just run right off my paper, but that's okay. So I have those. So I have the head, the jaws, the covering on the thorax, and then there's a little bit more to the thorax. This is the outer covering of the wings and stuff. This isn't the whole thorax because there's a little bit more on there too. But what I want to start with is I want to do the back of the wings up here. And I know that when we do our legs, they're going to end up kind of blocking. They're going to go right through our wings. But I'm going to start right here. And I'm going to go kind of down like this. And then I'm going to just go back like this and curve them up like that. That's the wing. That's that upper wing part. And there's wings under there. Now, I'm going to have the abdomen under here, but there's a little bit more of the thorax that covers underneath this area. So, I'm going to go right from about here, and I'm just going to go down like that. This is the thorax, all right here. And then I need to do the big abdomen. And it's really interesting, on a grasshopper, the abdomen is really like segmented. It really looks like it has kind of striped parts to it and stuff. So I'm gonna start with going back here to the back of the wings and just doing a little drop. And then I'm gonna go back like this. And I'm gonna kind of make this go like this. I'm just gonna make it kind of bumpy and go all the way back up like that. So this is the abdomen, the wings, the thorax, looks like two parts there, and the head. So good, we have that. Now we have to do the legs. And these front legs are gonna come, we're gonna just make a little shape like that. Then I'm gonna just make a section come down forward like that. Good. And then I'm just gonna make a skinnier part, a thinner part, come down with just like a little foot like that. Yeah, and I'm looking down at the book, I can see what they have on there. Now I can't see the other leg on the other side there, but I can see this one coming out right here. I'm gonna make like a little rainbow effect right here on this part of the thorax. And this one's gonna look like it comes right back this way. And then it's gonna be a little thicker and it's gonna go like that. So it goes like this. And I know I can see underneath, I can see where I drew that line, but that's okay. Because I can't do anything with this, with the Sharpie marker, I can't erase. Now this time, this is gonna come back a little bit this way. It's gonna come back towards the front a little bit. And then it's gonna come this way a little bit. So it kind of goes in several directions. This way, this one goes this way, this way, this way. Almost like a 5 almost there. It had more of a belly. Now, we talked about those big, powerful back legs that help the grasshopper hop so high, to jump so high. These, I'm gonna start way under here, right behind this knee right here. And this one's gonna go like this. It's gonna go up almost like a big bowling pin and back. So you know those bowling pins that they have that you knock down with the ball in the bowling alley? That's what that is right there. And I know again, we can see the wing through there, but when we color it, we won't see it as much. And then this part of the leg is gonna come and it's gonna fold right back under here, and it's gonna be thinner like that. And then the last part of this leg has some segments. It's gonna go like this, and then it's gonna have one last part like that. Just like that. So we can see the 3 legs on this side. If we wanted to, we could put another knee on there and stuff, but I think we're gonna leave it just like this because this grasshopper is really colorful. And I'm gonna put the little powerful jaws on there too. I'm gonna put like the jaws because they're really good at chomping. So before we color this, let's go ahead and write our sentence. And I'm gonna say, this is a big word. Grasshoppers have exoskeletons. That is a big word. But that means they have their skeleton on the outside of their body. So let's start way over here again, and we're gonna start with an uppercase G. Just like that. G, R, A, S, S, grass. Now don't leave a space. It has to be together. It's one word. H, O, P, lowercase p with a tail. Another lowercase p with a tail. E, R, S. Wow, that's a long word. Look how many letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 letters in that. Grasshoppers, leave a finger space. We need a space now. New word, have. We've been using this word in each of our drawings. H-A-V-E. E. Grasshoppers have a new word, we need a finger space, exoskeletons. So, E, X, O, exo. Skeleton, same word, no space, S, K, lowercase k, got it? E, L, E, exoskeleton, O, N, S, exoskeletons, period. Grasshoppers have exoskeletons. That means they have their bones on the outside of their body, not like us. That would be funny if we could see that we all had bones on the outside of our bodies. Now, we have a very colorful grasshopper here. This is a beautiful grasshopper. So I'm gonna start my grasshopper because we're gonna do lots of shading and lots of colors on this. I'm gonna start by doing my usual, you know Mr. K, I like to put a light color of yellow on everything. That gives it a beautiful glowing. Now I don't have to really press hard with this yellow. I just want a light yellow because this grasshopper is gonna have a lot of tan golden colors in it. So I'm gonna just first I'm gonna just color a yellow on there, just like this. Give everything a little bit of glow. You don't have to be too careful with this. You just want to have that color shining underneath your next colors, okay? Okay, so I have a nice yellow on my grasshopper. Everybody see that? Now I'm gonna take a little bit of orange and I'm just gonna go like this here, back here. I'm gonna give this a little bit of orange color on the bottom there. And on the legs, I'm gonna give a little bit of orange. And just go right down there like that. And I'm gonna do a little bit of light orange. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give everything kind of just a mixture, little coating of orange. Now I'm gonna go back with some brown and some black and a little bit of red here too. You'll see how I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna give everything kind of a little coating of orange. Not real heavy with the orange, just golden. See how it has a nice golden color now? Now, I wanna go on the wing back here, not on the leg, but on the wing. So I have to do it. I just want a little bit of red. I'm gonna just mix a little bit of red right here. Just floating on that back wing. Little bit under here, because this is the leg, but that's the wing underneath. So I'm gonna have it go a little bit there and a little bit on the bottom. See how it goes behind the leg, the color for the red that I have there. And let's see. Now what we need to do is we need to get our brown color. This is gonna be the majority of our color here. So I'm gonna take my brown and I'm gonna go, I want a golden color kind of. So I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna float a little bit of brown like that. A little darker in some areas, just like that. You can see how the yellow, there's a little bit of yellow I left on the edges and stuff. And here I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna float like a little island of brown. See how I didn't go right to the top? I left a little bit of space in the top, and I'm just gonna give it like that. See how it looks like it kind of goes like that? Now normally we do it darker on the bottom, but this time that's actually the coloring of the grasshopper. And I'm gonna do the same thing under here. I'm gonna go a little darker with brown, tucked right under that exoskeleton covering the wing and the top of the wing, protecting that part. I'm gonna go a little darker with the brown right in there. See? And I'll do the same thing right under there. And probably under there. And I'm gonna go, this is gonna be, that back abdomen is gonna be really interesting with its color. We've gotta do some funny things. This one on the very back, I'm gonna go with a little bit of brown on the bottom of the abdomen. Not the top, not under the wing, but just like that. And I'll give a little bit of brown on the back of the upper wing. And I'm gonna give a little bit of brown right in the middle of this leg. I told you we were gonna put some color on there. So I'm gonna put a little bit of brown in there too. Maybe a little dark brown right in there. Good. So now what we need to do, I wanna give this a little bit more color. So I'm gonna put a little bit more orange on this leg. I'm gonna put a little bit more orange on the front of the face. Good. I'm gonna put a little bit of glowing orange right at the top of the back of the thorax. See how that gives it a little bit more color? And maybe I'll put a little bit right in here too. A little bit of orange in there. And I think I'm gonna go on these legs. I think the legs could use some orange. So I'm gonna go right down and brighten up those legs. Just like that. Good. Awesome. Now I have to go back with my black. This is where I'm gonna put some different patterns on. And if I take the book and I show you guys, take a look at those, what almost look like tiger stripe and dots and everything on that grasshopper. So we're gonna try to do that. We're gonna try to do some of this black striping. And then look on the back here. It's almost like a honeybee. So we're gonna try to do that. So let's start up on the head. There's a little bit of black that kind of just makes a little bit of a design like that right behind the eye, okay? And also a little bit in the front. There's a couple little, they're just like little patterns or something. And we're gonna do the same thing right here. We're gonna put a little bit of a pattern right there in the front. Look how that has, it makes it look like he's wearing a mask or something. Now, let's go ahead up at the top here. I'm gonna do just a line of black, just like that. And then I'm gonna go down with kind of some tiger stripes, just like this. Just like that. Just drop them down. We'll just drop the tiger stripes down. And we'll do a big one right here on the back like this. See how it has like those tiger stripes coming down? It's a pattern of some sort of protective coloration so that the grasshopper can probably sneak up on its prey or stay away from somebody who's trying to eat it. And we're gonna we could put a little bit of just some shapes on the legs. Now under here, under the wing protective part of the thorax, it had a little bit of some more tiger stripes, just like that, like a pattern. And it looks like it had a pattern like over here, just tucked underneath there. Give it a little bit of variation with your color. Okay, and now up on top of the wing, we're just gonna put like this. We're gonna put a darker black stripe there, and we're gonna put a darker stripe down the middle like that, just like that. And I'm gonna continue that past the leg. And then we're just gonna put some little pattern dots and shapes on that wing, just like that. Just like that, give it some variation. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go up here on the knee. We're gonna put a big black spot up on the knee. And on this knee too. And then we're gonna put some of those little dots, we're gonna put those dots just dot, 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 all the way down the leg. They can get a little bigger as they go down the leg. See how I said we would do some patterns on there, and that kind of hides my first line. Now, the last thing is we want to give this abdomen some what look like honeybee kind of stripes. So I'm just gonna go down with a stripe. I'm gonna go down with another white stripe and another white stripe. See how I'm just doing that? Shading them in, just like that. And I can make them, maybe just give them a little bit darker black on the edges. That gives them a little variation there, just like that. Wow, awesome. Now, if you want to, you can put your grasshopper, you can give it some color around the edge of your grasshopper. And we'll put this guy with a little bit of green. Maybe we'll fade some green around the edge. And remember, you want to go right up against the main body part of your insect, but then you want to just fade it out, nice and soft, out and around. You don't have to color the whole paper. You just want to give it a little bit of contrast with the white paper, with the background. So I'm going to go right up to him or her with some green, as if they are on some grass or on some leaves. And I'm just going to go right around, darker with the green, fading off into the distance, just like this. Just like that. Awesome. So what do you guys think? Pretty cool grasshopper. And a grasshopper, like we learned here, grasshoppers have exoskeletons, meaning a skeleton on the outside of their body. That's what grasshoppers have. And that's why, if you've ever had a grasshopper, or you've seen a grasshopper, and you accidentally step on a grasshopper, the first thing you'll hear is a crunch. And then that protects their insides and stuff. So insects have exoskeletons. All the insects have exoskeletons. Grasshoppers just have a really good example of them. Okay, until next time, keep drawing.